This is my data analysis report. So my question was the composition of cuticular hydrocarbons and how they vary between ants and bees. So cuticular hydrocarbons are what cover the cuticles of all insects that serve as waterproofing agent and as a communication signal. So in some ant species, they exchange those cuticular hydrocarbons with each other so that all the members of a colony or group are covered in those chemicals. Now with bees, it shows that individual bees make their own cuticular hydrocarbons, so they have a different type of cuticular hydrocarbon than ants. So the main takeaway of this is to show those differences in those cuticular hydrocarbons, comparing and contrasting between those two, and to show the complexity of each insect. So this is the figure that I came up with, showing this graph, the p-values that I collected from both the articles I used between ants and bees, and the cuticular hydrocarbons. So the ant data is in blue and the bee data is in orange. I calculated the average, total, standard deviation, and standard error for both. So with these results, it shows that there are significant differences in the composition of their cuticular hydrocarbons. So why care? Ants and bees are both very necessary for our environment and very useful to be able to understand how these insects work and how they communicate with each other. And because we are able to understand these processes, we can make other advancements in other experiments and make it easier to protect these insects. Ants are also very important in the environment because they turn and aerate the soil, allowing water and oxygen to reach plant roots. And bees pollinate the food that we need to survive and the many trees and flowers that provide habitats for animals. It also protects the insects against desiccation and a signaling molecule. So this is the data that I used for the bee data. It shows the individual CHC amounts in total in a single colony. And this is the paper data that I used for the ants. And it shows the signals of the cuticular hydrocarbon traits. And that was the end of my presentation. Thank you.